Brown Steelers.
Yes, sir. So what is going on? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the world? Welcome to the 30th episode of the Gauntlet podcast. Can you guys believe that we've been doing this for 30 weeks now?
That's so dope.
I cannot.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's actually been that long, but we've really been doing this for a while now. So just gonna bring you guys with the best of the best when it comes to talking football every single week, and we're going to continue to do that. So what's going on tonight, gentlemen? You guys all feeling good?
Yeah, I feel good.
Doing all right, man, just making it. But this is 30 episodes. Here's to another 90 more. I don't know what y'all drinking tonight. This is a glass of Jameson.
Oh, shit.
Greyhound.
Drinking tonight. All right.
Stuff right there, man. So I'm just going to go over some of the news that's been going around the NFL. First thing I want to start with is some comments that were made by Houston Texans chairman Cal McNair, who's obviously the son of Bob McNair, who passed away. And I would say rest in peace. But personally, I really don't give a fuck about these motherfuckers and if he's resting in peace. And I mean that wholeheartedly, because what we're seeing with these comments that he made, there was like a team golf tournament, and he made some racist comments towards the Asian community. And we all know that his father is the one who said, in regards to NFL players, you can't have the slaves running the plantation, or whatever, or something very
about that.
very disturbing. So this is all I have to say about this shit. The NFL is a joke when it comes to handling these sort of things. They do not hold the owners accountable. I believe there's another ongoing situation with Mr. Dan Snyder, the Washington football team, who has obviously for years been doing stuff behind closed doors and paying people off and everything like that. Yet the NFL does not hold any of these guys accountable for what they do. So the way this situation is being handled is terrible. I feel like the McNairs should all just kind of be done away with as far as in the NFL. I feel like
ostracized.
He should be forced to sell the team and everything like that. But because of the way that this situation is being handled by Roger Goodell said that he feels like Dan Snyder is being held accountable and everything. But they don't hold people accountable. So it's just poor leadership from the top down. That's why Roger Goodell, nothing is really going to change until he's replaced as the NFL commissioner. So it's very disheartening to see this with this is just, I wasn't really surprised when I saw it because I was like, oh, Cal McNair, he's the son of Bob McNair that made those disturbingly racist comments, a few years ago about the whole plantation and everything like that with the NFL players, like I was just talking about. But it's very disturbing. I'm very disappointed that the NFL is not doing anything to handle more situations like this because there's just no place for it. It's terrible. So, Jay, I'm gonna just let you have the floor now, since obviously you're a Houston Texans fan and everything like that. So, when you first heard the comments that were made, what was your real first reaction? What did you really take away from it?
My first reaction initially was that I was not surprised. I wasn't shocked one bit because look what family it came from. This is a man, as you said, he made his father had made those remarks, and also this is the same man, his father, and not to get political or anything on here, but he was visibly upset. It was reported by other players back in 2008 in the locker room. He was visibly upset when Obama was elected president. Also, and not too many people talk about this, probably because they don't know about it, but of course, this is information you can look up. Do you remember the Donald Sterling incident?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So he pulled his players aside and he talked to them about that incident. He didn't come out and say, hey, don't be a racist. He told his players, be careful what you say behind closed doors because it could spread like wildfire. This is no shock. This is who he is. This is who the McNairs are. And I, you all have been there. I've been visibly vocal about my opinions on the McNair family and what their stance is. And this right here, this is basically what's going to be a test for the public. It's like, okay, you see the sentiments of his dad, and you see the sentiments and what came out from Cal McNair himself and whatnot. So by referring to it as the China virus or anything like that, like, okay, everybody knows it's SARS-CoV-2 COVID-19. That's what it's going by. If you notice, there's only one entity on the planet that's referring to it as the China virus. Not to get too deep into that, but you know who they are, okay? So I just want to let everybody know that's not really in tune with the McNairs that this is the McNairs and this is who they are, and that's who they always have been.
That's who they always will be. Tyler, any thoughts on the incident with we were just talking about the situation with Cal McNair and how he said some racist comments towards the Asian community at a team golf tournament. So what were your whole thoughts on that whole situation?
I thought it was disgusting. It doesn't fall, the apple don't fall far from the tree. So it kind of makes sense. It's like what environment you're raised in. And some people are raised in, horrible environments. I always when I see things like this, I always thank my parents because I didn't have, I was raised in such a different way than a lot of these people are. But it's disgusting. It sucks though because it sucks because the NFL just kind of turns their head towards these things all the time though. I mean, it did happen a couple of years ago when Jerry Jones had a white player show up with a black girlfriend and he made a comment about her. It's shown up, even with players like Richard Incognito when we saw that racism that he showed on the football field. So, and I mean, these guys all still have jobs, right? So it's really poorly, it's weird how the NBA, people get on the NBA for a lot of things, but they do hold things accountable. If Paul Pierce says the wrong thing on national television, they get rid of his job, right? He's not working anymore. And then in the NFL, it's all about kind of who to get out of trouble sometimes.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, I mean, the accountability is not really there. It's just like what we were talking about earlier with the whole Daniel Snyder stuff. There's just all kinds of stuff that we don't know that what he's done just because over the years he's covered so many things up and there's been settlement and he's paid these young girls off and everything like that. But the NFL does not really care about stuff like that. There's no really real accountability there. So Dom, what were your thoughts on the whole situation?
Pretty much the same thing all you guys said. It's not a surprise to me at all. It's fucking sickening, but I'm not surprised. Racist piece of shit owners are going to raise racist piece of shit sons, and the shit rolls downhill.
I agree.
Right.
It's unfortunate, but it's still to this day, it's the world we live in.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty sad. And I heard what you were saying earlier, Tyler, about the whole, you got to be, some people when they come from a situation where their parents are racist and then, they become racist. I feel like that shouldn't happen at the end of the day. Even if your parents are racist, you should have the decency to not want to be like them. But
you think so, right? Why do so many abusive husbands and fathers come from abusive families? It just, for some reason, it happens. I mean, it's a different situation, but it's similar.
Cycle, yeah.
It's a sad
statistic.
Here's another theory for you. Could it be that the NFL knows about this and acknowledges it, but just doesn't feel like doing so because, well, what potentially racist incident literally just happened 2 weeks ago?
The John Gruden incident.
This actually would be a good topic to gauge some of our listeners on too. Like what
Absolutely.
your thoughts are? Anyone that's watching this on YouTube or even Jordan and Cliff, when you guys join us, you guys can even touch on it as well.
Absolutely. And we'll actually add them on now. We're going to start talking about the upcoming matchup this week that's going to be between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as Jordan calls them, the Stillers. But we're gonna actually bring the guys on and see what their whole thoughts were with the whole situation. All right. So first up, we got Cliff representing the Cleveland Browns. Representing the Cleveland Browns. And then we have in this corner representing, as he so elegantly calls them, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers.
So
Jordan.
And he's wearing a shirt again.
So I'm not sure if you guys.
I see Bone Thugs and Harmony and Mac Miller.
I'm not sure if you guys just heard the whole conversation we were having just now, but what we were basically just talking about was the whole situation with Cal McNair. He's the CEO of the Houston Texans, and obviously they had like this team golf tournament, and there were some comments made, some very racist comments that were made mainly towards Asians. But the way that the NFL handles things, they don't really hold these guys accountable. So when you guys heard the comments that were made and everything like that, what were you guys really your first reaction to it, and what did you really take away from it?
I wasn't surprised.
First reaction, yeah, like I wasn't surprised at all. This is how the NFL actually works. It's like the good old boy foundation, to be honest. That's really how the NFL, all of them is. All 32 owners, it's the good old boys. And that's why they hide and try to sneak around and do all the things they do. They cover each other's back. Yep, this rich old white man is just, they gonna cover each other.
But they wouldn't let Donald Trump became the president of the fucking United States, but they would not let him own an NFL franchise.
Right.
So apparently they draw the line somewhere, and the line is Donald Trump.
Exactly. You see that? You're right.
But out of all 32 owners, how many of them contributed to his campaign back in 2016 to 2020? Over half of them.
Yeah,
I'm sure they wanted him to be the president. They just didn't want him to be a co-owner. So then he ruined the USFL. Fuck Donald Trump just for that.
But think about
forget everything else that he's done. He ruined my other pro league.
Well, think about how screwed up that is. We won't let you own a franchise. You can't touch football, but we'll let you run the country.
Right. We'll donate some money for your campaign and let you run the country, though. But nah, you ain't getting a part of our club.
That just shows you that people care more about football than they do about their own country.
Yep. Yeah, that's really it. If the NFL decided they wasn't gonna play on Sunday, people lose their damn mind.
Yeah, the six of us included.
Yeah, all of us, we'd be tripping.
Yeah,
I know I would. I'd be lost.
But we would never compromise no life morals for football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the difference between us
and
them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, kids got families, kids got stuff they live by. Like, like there's people out there and they'll sacrifice all that for football, for money and whatnot. But like I said, it just really shows like motherfuckers' characters, man. So
yeah, that's what it is. It shows a true character at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but you got a tiny ass head, bro.
I do. I wear a 7 1/4 hat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that small. I lied. I was wrong. You're only one size below me. It just looks tiny on camera.
You're 7 1/2? I'm a 7
1/4.
7 1/4. That ain't.
I got a big ass head.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a 7 3/4.
You got a big ass head.
Yeah.
I got a melon
over there.
He's got that Barry Bonds head.
Wait, who got the biggest head on here? Jordan or Tyler?
Oh,
Probably Tyler. I don't wear that big of a hat.
Yeah, probably me.
I'm 7 1/4 myself.
Oh yeah.
Damn, Tyler. So you got the biggest fucking head on here, bro.
Yeah, me and J-Dog.
Yeah. One time I bought 8, and the 8 was a little too much, and I went and exchanged it.
Oh yeah, I kind of wear that.
I had to wear 8 when I had dreads. I had to go up that size when I had dreads.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's what my problem is.
My
problem is I got that head of lettuce on my head.
That's why I won't grow my hair out. None of my fitteds would fit anymore.
Man, I remember I did that.
Yeah, that's why you won't grow your hair out.
Is that why though?
You had dreads, Cliff? I got to see this.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can we pause real quick? Can we pause real quick? Dom, so that's why you won't wear. If you grow your hair out, you can get into bigger hats. Is that what you're saying? I don't believe you can grow your hair out.
Shout out to my guy.
I could. No, none of my fitteds would fit if I grew my hair out. Like, even if I go more than like, I would say if I go more than a month without cutting my hair.
Here, a bald spot here.
I don't got no bald spot in the back. Fuck you, bro. This shit's I know.
I've been so used to Dom with a fade and bald head for so long. When I seen that pic when he was 20 years old, dog, I struck out rolling. Like he literally looked funny with hair.
Dom's always got a bald head.
I've grown my hair out exactly 2 times in the last 20 years. No, 22 years.
And I bet folks thought you had a toupee on.
Bro, it was about that long, and I mean, you can't pick it out when you're white, but I picked it out as best as I could. It looked like the hair on the Halloween mask. That shit was just.
I could grow mine out. I just choose not to.
That's why the haters gonna hate. They're like, "Fuck you! Why you cutting your hair? You could still grow your shit out."
Nah.
You remember Dom a couple years ago?
Cleveland and Pittsburgh rivalry week game, though.
Pittsburgh week.
Right. This week on Halloween Sunday, Steelers are going to Cleveland, so the Browns, they do get that home field advantage. Although the Browns have been dealing with a lot of injuries for sure for this season. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, but I'll let you guys have the floor. Whoever wants to go between Jordan and Cliff, like, what do you guys see in this game? What are some matchups that you're looking for? What does your team have to do to come out on top and everything like that?
Jordan, you go first.
We got to run the goddamn ball if we want to win. Period.
Time possession doesn't matter.
And just to throw it out there, for the better part of the 2000s, going to Cleveland was also a home game.
Yeah, too bad it's 2000.
Too bad it's 2021.
Tim got his AirPods. You can still hear you.
Oh yeah, I heard it. Yeah, too bad it's 2000's over with.
We gotta run the ball, not turn the ball over. Defense got to show up. I still don't know who all is going to play on the Browns side, though.
I think Keenum's getting
Baker going to play, or is Case still starting this week?
I think Case is starting.
Well, news is Baker's going to practice tomorrow.
And play though, man.
As of now,
how bad is his injury?
I don't think. He's been playing on that injury for like.
He's been playing on it. It's just really if he can protect himself when he falls. If he can minimize the pain when he falls, then he can play. That's like his main thing.
And not take hits on that side.
And not take hits on that side.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of big for us right now. Jack Conklin's returning this week. So I can actually really see him saying he might play. It's part of the reason why we didn't play him on Thursday night anyway. Because he was supposed to play Thursday night. We were going to play him on Thursday night. But we didn't because Conklin wasn't going to play. So we didn't want to risk him on that right side again.
Hey, y'all do get Chubby back this week, though.
Yeah, and Chubby, big piece. I think about
Chubby.
A good half of our people on our injury report starting to come back now. So it's going to be interesting. But
what matchups are you looking for? Like, if the Browns are going to exploit Pittsburgh and have success, what do the Browns need to do? And vice versa, what does Pittsburgh need to do?
Browns have to win in the trenches. They have to come out and literally play physical. Similar to what they did against Denver. You got to come out and establish like you're going to be the physical team. Past 2 weeks when we played Arizona and Chargers, we weren't trying to do that. We were trying to come out, finesse you a little bit, like especially Arizona. We came out and threw the ball 8 straight times, all out of shotgun, 5 wide. This week, I doubt we come out and do that. I really see maybe the first 3-4 plays might be run, screen, run.
See, Browns need to play that game coming out, and we talked about this. Coming out, throwing the ball, that's not Stefanski's game. There is such thing as out-coaching yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
he did that the last few weeks. I'm gonna be real honest.
They thought they had to keep up with that Arizona offense, but you can't.
Yep.
You can be afraid of the offense, but you got to come out and play your game until you can't play your game anymore. Until they're either shutting you down or until when you're a run first team, you got to still keep running until you're down 2 scores.
Yeah.
Yep.
But see, when you come out and you trying to be somebody that you're not, and then you can't wait till you down 2-3 scores, and it's like, oh, we're gonna start playing our game. Now you gotta throw the ball, you keep throwing the ball to try to catch up.
Exactly, and that's what they kind of tried to do against Arizona, and by then it was too late. You was already down. You already gave up 30 points by then.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jordan? What does Pittsburgh need to do to be successful in this game against Cleveland? Is it play defense and prevent the Browns from getting a running game established? Is it
absolutely make the quarterback beat you?
Is the offensive line going to hold up for Pittsburgh against, the Cleveland Browns defensive line?
I'm only scared of Myles Garrett. That's the only one I'm scared of over there.
Yeah, I'm going to say you got to be scared of Clowney, too.
Yeah.
Because he a man this year.
Man, I can remember Roethlisberger used to be the king of extending the play, and we all know that that's a far cry from him.
That's why I want us to blitz the hell out of him on Sunday. Blitz him all day long because he can't move.
Why did he wait until he was 70 years old to get in the best shape of his life?
So Jordan, Jordan, let's do game picks on this one. Do you obviously believe in the Pittsburgh Steelers to beat the Cleveland Browns?
Absolutely.
What do you think the score is going to be?
Yeah, you don't.
Cliff says no.
Just shut your ass up, bro. somewhere around
He's putting the sincerity of his claim as well.
Like a 24-17 type score.
Cliff, what do you think?
24.
Jesus.
Well, I believe we gonna win this game. It's gonna be about 28, 18, or 20. It's gonna be a weird, funky score. Pittsburgh, they always do funky little scores. About 28-19 or something like that. It's gonna be something weird.
Oh no, not the curse of the 19 points. Something I know all too well.
J-Dog, what do you think? Browns Steelers.
Oh man. The Browns could win this game if they play their game just like I mentioned already. It ain't gonna get it done because Pittsburgh. We talk about Cleveland's defense, but Pittsburgh defense is not no slouch neither. But I think the difference maker is going to be the Browns pass rush. I think that it's going to be close, and they come up with a key sack and have to kick the ball away, and then Cleveland runs out the clock. So I'm going to say Cleveland 24-21.
James, what do you think?
I got the Browns winning this game. Kind of piggybacking off of what Jay just said. The difference in this game is going to be Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is playing unbelievable football this season. And, this guy could be a candidate along with a few others, obviously with Aaron Donald being at the top of that list as well. He could be a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. I just think he's so disruptive. And the thing that I really like about him is, he's kind of a positionless player on that defensive line. He's so versatile that you could line him up anywhere on the defensive line, and he's going to wreak havoc no matter what. Yeah. So when you have a player that's able to do that, the other people on that defensive line, it makes their job so much easier because you don't have to just worry about Myles coming from the right side or the left side or whatever, because he's gonna do damage wherever you line him up at. So that makes their job a lot easier. But I just think that's going to be the difference in the game as well. So I got the Browns winning by a field goal, 24-21.
And to add to what he said about Myles, that's why you're seeing the emergence of Malik McDowell right now. Yeah. That's exactly why he is starting to emerge because they already double and triple teaming Myles. They holding him and still he getting sacked.
Yeah.
So everybody else is starting to turn it up now, except for Malik Jackson. He the only one.
You know what?
Me off, but
I honestly think the hardest job, the one that got the hardest job on Sunday for Pittsburgh is that offensive line. Brett Kiesel ain't there no more. Pouncey ain't there no more.
That's honestly
convicts on the other side.
That's honestly, I think the game's gonna be close. True. I think the game's gonna be
they
close.
They got a nice center, but
And I think it's going to be a one-possession game no matter what. I think the game's going to come down to the end. But I have so many question marks with Pittsburgh's offensive line. And, if they're going to be able to get an offense going against that defensive line and being able to run the ball and being able to run Harris. And then on the flip side of it, like, Pittsburgh has, Jordan even knows this, like Pittsburgh has given up a lot of yards to running backs, right? Like Green Bay, when they played, they ran 130 plus yards on Pittsburgh. So I do worry about, what their defensive line really can do against, Cleveland's offensive line, the way they're running the football. Where are you at, Dom?
27-24 Browns.
Oh, wow. So Jordan's the only one. So Jordan gets to troll all of us if the Steelers win this game.
And I will. And I will.
You ain't picking the Steelers, bro.
If it was 2 weeks ago and the Browns were as unhealthy as they were.
I think it's going to be a close game. That's where I go with it.
I don't think Pittsburgh can't win. I just don't think they're going to.
No, it's going to be close, because, Pittsburgh's injury-ridden, too. They got no juju for the rest of the year. Claypool's going to have to step up and be the man.
Step on to it. Still hasn't played a snap this year.
I got it a lot closer than most. I think it's going to come down to one defensive play. Favor the Browns.
Browns need to cause turnovers. The Browns cause turnovers they can run away with. That's one of their key things. They cause turnovers, they might get nasty.
Wish I could relate.
Same. Well, that's another story. Anyway,
Jared Goff's got less turnovers than Patrick Mahomes, though. Patrick Mahomes leads the league in turnovers. Leads the league.
Bro, listen, a funny stat today that I saw is that Patrick Mahomes has as many interceptions in the past, this season as Aaron Rodgers has had in the past 53 games.
Yeah, I seen that.
Aaron does not turn the
ball over
ever.
Yeah, barely. That's why the New Orleans game was.
I remember
that's why the New Orleans game was such an anomaly.
4 or 5 years ago, they did a poll of 100 NFL. What quarterback do you think could go a whole season without throwing an interception? They all said Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers still hasn't thrown 100 interceptions, and he's been playing in the league for 16, 17 years.
Crazy. That's crazy.
What's he got, like 80? No, like 70 some?
Hey, Tyler,
he's
that
in
one
the
year,
90s
I think he got
now.
like 89, 90.
What's
hey,
that?
Tyler, that one year that he only threw 2 picks, what was his touchdown count? Like 30, 32?
30 plus.
I think it. Yeah, I think it was actually
31.
34.
That's
31, 32.
And he literally only threw 2 picks.
I think it was 34.
It's
That's
disgusting.
crazy.
That's why Aaron Rodgers has the greatest touchdown to interception ratio.
Oh, it's not even the next closest guy is so far down. I don't know who it is, but it's way down there.
Well, that was always a point I made about the NFC champ when people compare Rodgers to Brady. Like Brady threw 3 picks in that NFC Championship game. When you have a really good defense, it could bail you out of a lot. Aaron having a weak defense that gives up points, he kind of can't make turnovers because if he does make turnovers, teams score on us on the other end.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Aaron Rodgers, one of the best matchups of this entire season, probably one of the best matchups all year, Arizona taking on Green Bay on a short week. But speaking of Aaron Rodgers, I think for the Green Bay Packers to win this game, it's going to have to be on the hands of a classic Aaron Rodgers performance. Obviously, Devontae Adams on COVID list. Alan Lazard is out. They're decimated at wide receiver right now. So I think that this is going to be a big Aaron Jones game. I think that they're going to try to get him the ball. Not to say that they haven't been getting him a ball a lot, but because of having these injuries at receiver, I think you're going to see a lot more of using Aaron Jones as a receiver out of the backfield as well. And then Amari Rodgers, the rookie, he's probably going to get
about him.
some more volume in this offense. And then Randall Cobb, he's a guy that's been here and done that. So the Green Bay Packers really need him to step up as well. On the other side, this Arizona team is no joke. I've kind of been saying that, but their defense. Everyone talks about their offense and Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and what they've all been able to do. AJ Green resurging his career a little bit. Rondell Moore has looked good. But this defense is really good, too. I mean, they have some elite pass rushers. They have Chandler Jones. They have J.J. Watt. They have guys like Isaiah Simmons, very versatile on that defense.
Buda Baker.
Their defense, Buda Baker.
I think he's a little overrated, but he's still really good.
They're able to turn you over.
He's better than Jamal Adams. I know
they're able to turn you over more
than
everybody is.
Compliment.
more than you can turn them over.
Everybody
so the defense is very good and they're very opportunistic. So, I think that it's going to have to come down to Aaron Rodgers having that kind of a clutch signature performance that we're so used to having him have over the years.
What are all these?
What game in the desert or the cheese wheel?
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. I'm going to take care of it.
Wait, what's
I
going
see
on?
the same thing you're seeing, though.
Okay.
Why can't I ever see the comments? Oh, here we go. Doonies?
Oh,
That's my boy.
Do not
I
say
know
it.
that.
Do
Shout
not
out to
say
my
anything.
guy.
I don't see nothing, man.
Oh. What?
Yeah, I only see 2 comments.
Oh,
Don't say nothing.
Don't say anything.
I don't think you can see him if you're on your phone.
So I'm on the computer laptop.
Oh, I can see him now.
What the Who? What?
Who
Why?
the fuck
Jordan go?
did this shit? Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
No, let's not
Like
get
Booth is in the
demonetized
comments
before we get
laughing at
monetized.
Hey,
Where did Jordan go?
If you just got out the pen, just say that.
I don't know, bro.
Oh shit, I see it now.
Who
Whoa,
the fuck
what the fuck?
Okay, you know what? I lost this, but Arizona versus Green Bay. Basically, what I'm saying is Arizona's a great fucking team. The Packers are up against a lot. It's on the road on a short week. Devontae Adams out. Gotta be a signature performance from Aaron Rodgers if they want to win this game.
Is that game in the desert or at the cheese wheel?
In the
It's
desert.
in the desert.
The desert. The toaster.
The
Tiff,
cheese
what you
wheel.
think, man? Green Bay, your squad. What you think, bro?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going.
No,
last.
the other Green
Oh,
Bay
you want
fan
last?
that's on the screen. Dingus.
No, I'll go. I'll go.
No,
I'll go. I'll
No,
go.
just how do you see this game going? What do you think Green Bay needs to do to get a win and everything like that?
Well, I'm going to keep confidence in my team, and I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers is going to get it done. He's going to throw for over 300 yards. People are going to put him back on the MVP chase after this game, and Aaron's going to make history and beat this team on short notice without Devontae Adams.
Said
And
that
without
last week, he
Allen
didn't throw for 300.
and without Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator. I think, like James said, I think Randall Cobb could be a big factor in this game. I mean, Equanius St. Brown might have to step up in this game too. He's another one. Robert Tonyan. You might even see big dog Mercedes Lewis even get into action this week. So
speaking of senior citizens,
I love him. He's a core piece.
He's an ageless wonder.
He does all the right dirty work for us, but I think it's just going to have to be a team effort, and they're going to have to spread the ball around. I don't think one guy is really going to have a monster game. I think if they want to win, they're going to have multiple receptions from multiple guys. Robert Tonyan hasn't played particularly well this year. He's done a lot of blocking for us, but I think this could be a game that he kind of breaks out as well. I'm going to say the Packers win, but it's going to be a track meet. I will say 31-30. Packers win.
The first thing that comes to mind with this game is
Mike Booth has Zona by 40.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Mike Booth, man.
Cardinals by 40. Says Mike.
Well, I think the first thing that comes to mind when I think of this game is Aaron Rodgers' history versus Arizona. I think that they're going to be definitely checking for D-Hop. They're going to be checking for Kyler Murray, running on the design runs and scrambling. And Kyler Murray, you ever seen this man run? He looks like he runs like a dog's chasing him, But I got
It's
a
a good.
scary
It's a
feeling-
good prediction, Mike.
I got
Cardinals
a
are favored by
scary
6.5.
Okay, yeah, that's a little more realistic. I think the X factor for the Cardinals is going to be Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore, I don't know if Cliff Betts is going to cut me out for this one. But remember when Purdue upset you guys like years ago? A couple years back?
Yeah.
Who busted y'all up that game?
Rondale
Moore.
He was
Yep.
tough.
He took he took the Buckeyes to the woodshed that game.
David Blau.
And that was the only game I needed to see in which I said, if that dude ever made it to the pros, he's gonna be a dog. And now you see what he's doing. If Aaron Rodgers is gonna win this game, it's gonna be all him. You know, I mean, Jones is gonna get his in. And you know what? Because Devontae Adams, he's on the COVID list, so it's up in the air if he's even gonna play.
Yeah, he's not going to play. He had
you had to play, right?
So the rule is that you have to have a negative COVID test if you test positive on 24 hours twice, right? So they did it again today. He tested positive again, so he's rolled out now for Thursday.
Okay, then
he's fully vaccinated. He's fully
same with the D coordinator.
Yeah, D coordinator too. Joe Barry's out. Alan Lazard and Devontae Adams. None of them could play.
Okay. Well, even still, just with the pack record, of course, Aaron being Aaron, I would not be surprised if it's in the desert. I think Zona's going to be favored. I haven't checked the line yet.
Yeah, it's 6.5.
1.5 Cardinals.
It's 6.5. Okay, and that's a bad by touchdown. But one could call it a pick'em game, low key, because
it is on the low
side, But I'm gonna say Zona in a close one, 33-30.
Okay. So far, is it just been me and you picked? James, did you pick the Packers?
I didn't pick you.
Okay. Dom, who you got? We'll just go Dom, Cliff, Jordan, James.
I'm not entirely sure. Actually, I am sure how. Aaron Jones is the X factor, not Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Jones, if he doesn't touch the ball 25 plus times, y'all fucked up. So I'm going to say on the strength of that, Packers win going away 28-25.
Yeah, that's not bad. 25, another weird score.
Yep.
What do you got, Cliff?
Got the Packers. Same thing. Aaron Jones got to get 25 touches. Either way you can get them, 25 plus. You got to run it or catch it. And it's going to be an Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers show.
A.J. Dillon, too, you guys think?
Think a little bit.
I thought he was hurt. He isn't, is he?
No,
y'all better just run the dog shit out of the ball.
Pretty much for y'all, it's all hands on deck. Whoever can play gonna have to show out. We have to do something. I got 27-24 Mason Crosby game winner.
Okay. Jordan, what you got?
Got Packers pulling it out 35-31. Feel like y'all really gonna need to run the ball. Like straight up ground and pound that shit, then open up the play action.
Wow, I'm loving to hear all this. What do you got, James?
So, ever since the off season, I've been saying that this Arizona team is really good. All right, and I think they're legit. The way that Kyler Murray has been playing this season is unbelievable. If the season ended right now, I think he would easily be the MVP of the league. I just think he's that special. He's 5'7" or whatever. He's fucking short as hell. But this guy can flick his wrist and throw the ball 70 yards down the field like it's nothing. DeAndre Hopkins having another great season. He's been so consistent just over his whole career. And they can, I think the Cardinals can do a lot of things.
Ingles.
I know the Cardinals can do a lot of things that's really going to damage this Green Bay Packers defense. But I'm not betting against Aaron Rodgers. And I had this game as the first loss of the season for the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh.
And I'm sticking with it because I just think Arizona's a great team. And I think this is going to be that teachable moment for them halfway through the season to where they know, hey, we're not invincible. Hey, we can be beat. you're going up against a great quarterback that's the reigning MVP. And I think I just believe that he's going to have that signature performance that he always has under these kind of circumstances. On prime time, the whole world's watching him and everything like that. So I got Green Bay winning a high-scoring game, 38-35.
Well, I will say, before we close on this, I will say I am happy to hear all that. And if this does happen, it does put quite a bit of respect on the Packers' name, obviously. They go out and beat Arizona. Jay, I respect your opinion as well. I think, the Cardinals are 6.5-point favorites for a reason, I think. But that being said, I think, I like hearing all that. I'm hoping... just so you know, Aaron Rodgers wasn't on the Pat McAfee show today because they were practicing, but he says he will be on the show on Friday, the game or the day after the game.
Talking about the Steelers, no less. Like he does every week.
He's not coming here.
Hey, you know what? To your point, at the end of the day, it's still Rodgers and the Packers, man. I think if the Packers keep it close and lose, they're not going to lose no respect, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're still a great team either way.
Because
here's the thing. It's a great matchup. Are we saying Green Bay is the second best team in the NFC? Is this the matchup of the two best teams?
It's hard because
you know what, Dom? I'm gonna tell you this. Because of Aaron Rodgers' history versus Dallas, yes, the Packers are the second best team.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about Dallas.
I'm just gonna say
Dom was saying the Rams or Tampa, right?
Someone
not even Tampa. I'm saying the Rams, Green Bay, or Arizona are the three best teams in my mind.
Yeah, I mean,
it's looking tough, and I mean, Tampa's Tampa. They've got Tom Brady.
It's hard to evaluate the Green Bay Packers
right now.
I think it's hard to evaluate the Green Bay Packers where they are right now, because this team's not healthy. They have a lot of their guys that's still out. So I think the fact that they're still 6-1 already, I think that's
impressive.
And they've won 5 straight games. So I feel like it's hard to evaluate them. But as far as how good they are, how good they really are, because once they get healthy, then you're going to see that this team is the team that nobody wants to play in the playoffs. So that's how I see it going out for them.
Well, that's the Rams.
To your point, Jimmy,
there's a team I would want to play in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. People can make that joke, but I sure as hell wouldn't. I can tell you that. I'd much rather play Dallas or another team like that.
I just got a troll, Tyler.
Well, Dallas won't be there. I see your point.
I know. I respect it.
Dallas won't be there.
I'd rather play the Rams too.
Yeah, even though I picked Green Bay, shot bet for this game.
There he goes, just wanting to take shots.
Why do you always want an excuse to get drunk, you fucking alcoholic?
I don't need an excuse.
You don't say that.
You picked?
I think
alcoholics go to meetings.
You need to bet me because we're playing you.
That live video is what got me banned. Because that's the only thing I posted around that time. And they removed it and then banned me for 30 days. And I didn't talk about killing anyone, raping no one.
Oh, shit.
I got a ban.
James just said you have to bet him. You guys are playing each other.
I'm the person you should be betting, not him.
Well, I mean, that's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. I thought we already agreed to that, like in the preseason, before the preseason, when we saw the schedule. Before we saw the schedule, when we knew the NFC East.
Y'all knew.
I was going to say, when we saw the East was playing the North, I thought that that was a given.
All right, fuck it. 3 shots then. Doesn't
All
matter.
right, then.
Doesn't matter what.
All
right.
Might be our only win.
Don't be letting him pick.
Wait, what are we doing? What's going on? You guys are betting 3 shots on the Eagles and the Lions?
Are playing Detroit.
Okay, I'll let you guys bet on this one. Because Dom can't bet. Hold on, Dom can't bet me on the Packers and Cardinals and then pick the Packers to win on his projection. How did that work?
I just did it.
Well, if the Cardinals win, you got to do 3 shots.
Because I think y'all will win, but I want to see you finally fucking do some shots.
Okay,
it's a win for me.
I won't even say I need.
If you guys still win, then he still does the shots. But if the Cardinals win, you do the shots.
Okay,
Does that
that's
make
fine.
sense?
Yeah, we'll do 3 shots on it.
All right.
Let's get it.
So let's just talk about
Dom just wants me to do a bet.
Let's just talk about the shit ball. And I know I said that I thought the Eagles were going to be better than what most people thought they would. But this team fucking sucks, man. Like, we hired the worst coach ever. This guy is a fucking bum. He can't call plays. He can't do anything. The whole team doesn't look like they give a fuck. After the season, I think that a lot of people are going to be gone and traded and everything like that. But basically, whoever loses this game is going to have the first pick. Basically, they're going to have the first pick in the draft. Whoever loses this game, and
well, the Lions.
I think that
I don't have him.
Is that your neighbor, James?
They're shooting the next paranormal activity upstairs from James's apartment.
People upstairs are stomping on the floor. Apparently.
Someone's banging up there. Someone's clapping
anyway.
cheeks.
Somebody up there knocking the line and not that. They knocking boots.
You gotta be.
It sounded like bowling.
Either that or
man,
his
these
girl
are two
mad at
shitty
him.
teams. I honestly think the Lions are gonna win just because this team doesn't give a fuck at all. So I'm fucking picking the Lions this week, dude.
I'm not. I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles. Big old game coming from Jalen Hurts this week. I'm picking
Never
the
been
Eagles.
on the Lions.
300 game, one of those 300
We
games.
did just cut that corner that got burned by Cooper Kupp.
But where I do agree with James is I think Nick Sirianni is a trash coach.
Is he worse than Joe Judge?
I don't know if Nick Sirianni is going to get better.
I don't think he's worse than Joe Judge.
He never called the police during a practice, did he?
Yeah, no, Joe Judge is terrible, bro. Matt Nagy, too. Like, there's some real bad coaches. I'm not saying he's that bad.
Don't hate on the visor.
I'm not saying he's that bad, but I do
your
think
visor slander.
But I do think Nick Sirianni might have just been the wrong hire.
Definitely.
I mean, everybody's got to get their start somewhere.
Compared to like what? What's his fucking name? What's
Brandon Staley?
Brandon Staley. Yeah.
That was a bad hire too, but it's working. He's got better personnel though.
I didn't think he was going to be good though.
I don't know really that he is. He's just got better personnel.
Hey, which one of y'all said Joe Judge was horrible?
I said, is he worse than Joe? I said, is Sirianni worse than Joe Judge?
Oh no!
None of us think Joe Judge is good.
Joe Judge makes Ben McAdoo look like Parcells.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Ben
They went
McAdoo.
from shitty coach to shitty coach.
That's saying something.
Say what you want, but at least McAdoo went 11-5.
All right, what's your prediction?
He did.
Tom, what's your prediction? You got the Lions or the Eagles?
Who?
Eagles like 16-12.
Oh, James dipped.
He said 16-12.
or even score like 19-11. Some shit that you can't even reconcile in your head mathematically. Like, how did they get to that score? Did they get two safeties? Did they get safety twice?
Oh man!
How did they get 22 points?
J-Dog, what do you got?
Man, call me
James
crazy.
went to go fight his neighbors.
I think he went to go whoop them real quick.
Yeah, he did.
Man, I think
Gonna be cock blocking in the neighborhood.
I think golf is gonna shock the world and keep this a little closer than folks think. But I got the Eagles by 10, man. I say Eagles.
So 16-6.
17.
16-6.
Oh, I didn't give a prediction on my score. I guess I'll go 23-18.
All right. Okay.
You got to come up with some creative numerals for your pick, Cliff.
Everybody got to pick a weird score at
I'm
this
picking the
point.
Eagles. I'm gonna pick Philly. Detroit ain't gonna win to about they gonna go 0-11 before they win. Eagles gonna win this like.
Do you see something in week 13 that I don't? We get to 0-11, it's a wrap.
Somebody gonna slip
We'll
somebody.
beat Green Bay once they clinch the division. That's how we get our win.
Get to 0-11. They're gonna beat the Steelers. I'm telling you.
He said until. He said,
but give me like 26, 21, some shit like that. Philly winning.
Okay. What do you got, Jordan?
Goff gonna have the ball last though.
Jordan got
32 to 25.
Just to piggyback off of the weird scores, I got the Eagles winning
8-9.
22 to 15.
Right.
15. Okay, right on. Where's James?
Where did James go, man?
I don't know.
He went up the fire pole into the neighbors upstairs. Climbed the pole.
Hey, y'all wanna talk about another game until he gets back real quick? I got one in mind.
Okay, go ahead, Jay.
We got Buccaneers Saints on Sunday.
I think Jokic just dislocated his kneecap.
Who did?
Oh no.
I think he just might have.
Who?
Oh,
Jokic.
my Wi-Fi went out, but I'll be back soon. You guys take over for now. Okay, yeah, let's talk about.
I think Jokic just might have dislocated his kneecap. He can't stand up.
I've done that before. I can show you.
Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it. There's scar tissue right there. From this, that's from my kneecap being over here.
Ooh,
that's crazy. Yeah, but shoot, man, Buccaneers Saints, man. Shoot, obviously Tampa, Tampa doing Tampa things. Saints won a sloppy one last night. I saw a lot of y'all comment it was a pretty boring game. Outside of BK,
so glad I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
But they have like four completions to the wide receivers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Touched the ball like 75 times and barely got 100 yards.
Yeah, I mean that's two close losses.
They kept trying.
Yeah,
and they kept trying to slam Alex Collins, and it didn't work. They just kept trying, and it just didn't work. Guy had like not even 3 yards per carry. So,
yeah. But I mean, going by last season,
the Saints D line's good, but Collins looked good the week before.
Yeah, the Saints beat the Bucs twice last year in the regular season, but lost in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, yeah. And then I know that the team is sans Drew Brees, but they seem to be doing okay right now. Do you feel like they're a match for Tampa Bay as of right now, or
no?
Or what's up? Let's see y'all, man.
It's gonna be another blowout game.
I think Tampa. I think just like on momentum alone, like watching New Orleans kind of lay a duck and get a win against Seattle. And granted, they did go to Seattle and had to deal with the fans, so it's harder to get the plays called and vice versa when you're up there. And I get that, but
who was the quarterback for Seattle? Jay?
Geno
Smith. Say his name?
Smith.
Geno.
Jay always has the best announcement. Yeah, shit, bro.
Geno Smith.
That's Russell Wilson's hurt. Are the Seahawks going to win? No.
Smith.
No. Emphasis on the no.
Yeah.
They say he's coming back in like a couple of weeks now, and I'm like, I thought he was out for 8 weeks.
He got magic surgery on that finger.
Yeah.
Bro, he got tired of watching Geno Smith. Is what he did. He
He
said,
can't watch that shit no more.
I'm gonna have to speed this shit up because Russell Wilson's like watching Geno Smith like, oh, I got to speed this
He watched
shit
that shit last night.
back.
He was like, yeah, I can't do that no more.
I told Cliff though. I texted Cliff last night during the game, and I said, and this was word for word. I said, bro, why does Pete Carroll look like he wants to put a gun in his mouth? He looks so fucking depressed. I don't know if he's like too far. I don't know if he's been listening.
That's why.
I don't know if he's been listening to too much grunge music up in Seattle, but man, he looked depressed last night.
That sorry ass defense stressing him out.
He's going
He's
back
getting
to
fired,
USC.
and Russell
He's
Wilson's
going
still
back to
going to leave
USC.
in a year or two.
He's going to go back to
what if he did try
USC.
to go back?
Hey,
He's going to the
James,
retirement and then the grave. Fuck you mean?
Hey James, while you were gone, I brought up Buccaneers.
Carroll's like
Saints.
75, isn't he?
Buccaneers, they got
Like
good shit.
70
What score you
something.
Whatever scores a fucking blowout, 40-20. I mean, did you see the way this?
I believe it though.
That was one of the
Yeah.
worst fucking games that I've seen this season. Last night between.
Yeah.
It was like unwatchable, like Geno Smith versus Jameis Winston.
I mean,
Yeah,
Marshawn
Bro,
Lynch.
we gotta be at the point in this season where it's time to start. I know you
Marshawn
can't
Lynch
flex
was
on
getting
Monday
drunk
Night
before
Football, but
kickoff.
we
Yeah,
had
that was the
Carson
best
Wentz
part.
versus
Him
Jimmy
dropping the
Garoppolo.
F-bomb.
We had Carson Wentz on Sunday night versus Jimmy Garoppolo. All right,
Yeah.
Monday
like,
night we had Jameis Winston
in a
versus
monsoon.
Geno Smith.
Yeah.
It's time to
Those are-
start flexing these games, bro. Like we can't have this shit on prime time anymore.
Well, don't
Hey,
worry. We got the Chiefs against the Giants on Monday night.
Danny dies.
Hey man.
Bro, I'm
Giants
not
win.
even gonna watch
Hey
that.
man. Hey, Ti.
Giants by 30.
Speaking of, Tyler, you should pick up
Hey,
Daniel
T.I.,
Jones
you
in
see-
fantasy.
Hey, you see how terrible that KC defense
I'm gonna
is?
roll
This about- this
Tannehill
about to
again.
be-
But
Hey,
you're
that
right,
terrible
Jordan.
defense,
Good.
Kansas City. This about to be the Kadarius Toney game.
No
Yeah,
need.
You guys
Chill
think?
out.
I mean,
Do you really
as
think
bad-
that? I
Pat
think
gonna
the
find
Chiefs are
his
gonna win
way,
this one. I think the Chiefs are gonna win this one.
This
I'm
is
always
where the
trolling,
bottom
but-
falls all the
Yeah,
way out
Pat
for
gonna
Kansas
find
City.
himself
This is the
again.
Chiefs. This is the Chiefs get right game.
Yeah,
This-
I was gonna
this
say
is
you
the
don't
right
really
game.
believe the Giants are gonna win, right? Because the
No,
Giants
I'm
are
obviously-
ass
I'm
cheeks,
obviously
bro.
trolling because-
They just lost Jabril Peppers for the season too.
They are screwed, bro. That's
Yeah,
Did the
they're
Giants
gonna
just
win.
beat somebody good?
Hey, but they did. Hey, but the Giants did beat the Saints, and right
Thank
now
you.
the Saints are better than KC. So
Thank you.
It's
I mean,
it's
as bad as the Chiefs has
It's the
played,
NFL,
like,
other than,
especially
you
on
know, the
defense,
Lions,
like,
the Jets.
I wouldn't be surprised.
even really
I wouldn't
say
be
the Texans.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Jones actually has a good game against them, but
see,
they ain't gonna
Yeah.
fucking win, bro.
It be
Yeah,
worse.
they ain't gonna win.
No shot.
Singing his
They ain't
praises.
put enough points.
All
The
aboard
problem
the
is their
Daniel Jones
defense.
hype train. Choo choo.
And it's in Kansas City.
Yeah, the fucking the Chiefs got this shit. So let's see what the next game is on the schedule. So did you guys already talk about the Colts and the Titans?
no.
No, we did not.
No.
All right, I got the Titans winning this game. I think the Titans are starting to find their rhythm and start playing a lot better. They kick
Look at
the
the
shit out of
Titans.
the Chiefs. They beat the Bills as well. So you know what? The Titans are starting to figure this shit out. Derrick Henry's on a tear. Can't fucking stop this man no matter what you do. I think they're gonna handle the Colts and just keep this train rolling.
I would like for that to happen. I would like for Tennessee to beat them. I'm gonna give you two scores here, okay? I would like for Tennessee to beat them. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna tell you what I'd like, and then what I would like to happen is for Tennessee to beat them 33-10. But two things you can't deny, all went aside, is the Colts defense and that running game. It's solid. So because of that, I think it's going to be a little bit closer. I've got Tennessee by about 13 points. Give me 30-17, Tennessee.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Who wants to go next? Me.
I don't
Well-
think the Colts score, or I'm sorry, I don't think the Titans score that many, but I see the point differential being about the same. So you said 30-17, so I'm going to say 24-10 Titans.
24-10.
2014.
Damn, there's some
Mhm.
terrible fucking games this week, bro. I'm just looking
I
at
think
this.
the Titans.
Mhm.
I think the Titans win too. I did say
We've been
when we
spoiled
did,
so far.
when we did our AFC South predictions, I did say that Kwity Paye was my defensive rookie of the year candidate for the Colts, and he does look pretty good. I watched him this week, and he did play good. Granted, it was in a monsoon, and you have to tackle better, but yeah, I think Titans win this game. I'm gonna stick with the weird scores, even going on to this one. I'm gonna go 22-16.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the Titans. If they don't win, it says a lot about them. But I think they're gonna blow them out. It should be 38-14 Titans. Derrick Henry show. He get another 30+ carries, 2 touchdowns.
He's having an unreal season. Like
the AFC South is weird. It's neither as bad nor as good as it seems. Like the teams at the bottom, other than Jacksonville, aren't actually. Well, the bottom half is as bad as it seems, but the top's not as good either.
But the Jags are the Jags. We know what the Texans are. It's crazy because with the AFC South, you could say they're the worst division, but then there's the NFC East, and so I mean, I don't know. It's probably a toss-up right now. But yeah.
I think that
I would still take the South over the NFC East because I think the Titans are better than Dallas.
Okay, so Jesus, there's some fucking terrible matchups. Bengals, Jets.
Oh, Bengals.
Bengals in a blowout.
Okay.
Jamar Chase goes off for 250.
Yeah, he's running.
I won't be surprised.
He's running away with Rookie of the Year right now.
If you have Jamar Chase in fantasy, please start him. If you don't, something's wrong with you.
He should already be starting. Anyway.
He's gonna break that Justin Jefferson record.
Yeah, look at this though. The Bills and the Dolphins.
He's got the most receiving yards through 7 games in NFL history.
I mean, I feel bad for Jay even this week. I know Jay knows where his Texans are, but to play the Rams, oh my God. After you get
we had a rough schedule. We had a tough schedule coming to this year. You play the NFC West.
If you're the Texans, and
so do we. You better pull out them cojones. We just hung with the Rams. Tell me y'all can't. You better start faking some punts, some onside kicks.
So between
if you don't take a page out of our book, you're dumb. That's the only reason we hung around.
The Eagles, the Texans, and Detroit. Between the 3 of these teams, all 3 of them could be in contention to have the first pick. But if you have the first pick, are you going to take another quarterback, or are you going to take an elite pass rusher? You're going to take.
We better not. Y'all won't.
From Oregon,
taking the best player available.
That to your point, that would
fuck twisted ankle Thibodeau. I'm all the way out on him.
The Lions, Lions not gonna do nothing with Goff. Goff, their quarterback. The Eagles believe in Hurts. That's y'all quarterback. So it really fall on the Texans. And to your point, Dom, yes, y'all did hang with the Rams, but you tell me who's a better quarterback, Jared Goff or Davis Mills?
Oh God, that's like which is worse.
Davis Mills by a long shot.
Which is worse, cancer age.
I would say Davis Mills because I haven't seen his ceiling and he's a lot cheaper.
I can't tell
better
you.
Implies good. Who's less terrible? Davis Mills because he's cheaper and we don't know what his ceiling is. I know what Jared Goff can do.
I can tell you what. I can't tell you who's better, but I can tell you who has the longest neck. Davis Mills.
Davis.
Mike Glennon still got him beat though.
That Luton dude is in the running.
Mike Glennon looked like
who's quarterback for now, but
draft from Toys R Us.
He played for Jacksonville last year. Jake Luton, he's on the podium for longest neck. It's a neck and neck battle.
I think I hope for the Lions case, since they have so many holes, I hope they go out there and they do take one of those trash ass fucking quarterbacks in this draft class, though.
Fuck you from the bottom of my heart.
You guys got 2 draft picks anyway, so I hope you guys waste one.
Even if the number 1 quarterback slips all the way to whatever that Rams pick is, I still don't want him. Plus, I don't want him learning from Jared Goff. If we're going to take a quarterback, take him after next year when Goff has already been shown the door. Get out. Get out.
Yeah.
No dead cap hit. Get out.
Just from a boot Goff like that.
Even though I said the best case scenario for Jared Goff is after 2 years, we have to at least have a second thought about not cutting him, but I don't see it happening. My worry is if we keep losing games, I'm afraid our GM panics like, oh, we got to replace him. Like, no, you don't. You're stuck with him for another year. Wait for another quarterback, a better quarterback draft class.
This year
ain't it. I wouldn't be opposed to us taking one in the 3rd round or later, but don't, man. Or even
I
the,
still-
even
got
in the
something for you
second.
guys.
And that's my worry, that someone one of those first-round quarterbacks drops to the top of the second. They're like, oh, he was first-round talent.
I still can't believe I made a bet with someone who actually is picking the Packers. Like, hey, I'm going to pick the Packers in this game, but Tyler, just can we do a bet on the Cardinals and the Packers game? He's fucking crazy, bro. Like, okay.
66.
Whatever Dom could do to make himself look smart this week.
Bro,
There's a Twitter account that's called Mike Lennon's Neck.
The username.
I'm about to follow this guy.
Mike Lennon's Neck.
He's got 7 followers. I'm about to follow him though. He hasn't tweeted in 4 years. Okay, anyway, yeah, Mike Lennon's Neck is longer than Route 66.
It's longer than the Alaska pipeline.
All right, so we doing non-sports topic? Sports moron.
Oh, we got to go moron. I got one, but whoever wants to go ahead.
I mean, it's obviously Cal McNair, and just the NFL in general, the way that they handle these situations. There's no accountability for these rich white guys. They can say and do whatever the fuck they want. The NFL tried to act like they were holding everyone accountable just because of the John Gruden situation. But they really didn't give a fuck about what any of these guys, like Dan Snyder, God knows what he's done to some of these young girls. The NFL
contusion, Cliff.
Just fucking stands on the sideline and does nothing. So, yeah, they're definitely my sports moron. The NFL / Dan Snyder / Cal McNair.
I got one. Mine is Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Anthony Lynn. After we ran the shit out of the ball right down the Rams' throat for 9 minutes, got it down into a goal line situation. Then on second down, it's like, oh, hey, let's throw. Interception, Jalen Ramsey, wind out of our sails, momentum turn, pretty much game over at that point. Not to mention that there was a guy 2 feet from TJ Hawkinson, Darren Fells, that was wide open, but Goff likes to stare down one guy. Everyone's like, he got hit as he threw. Like, he could have thrown it to the other guy that was actually open, because the thing was, like, yeah, he got hit when he threw, and it took some velocity off the ball, but Hawkinson wasn't open to start with. I mean, it's TJ Hawkinson, not Calvin Johnson. You can't force the ball to a guy that's not open when his name's TJ Hawkinson.
Do you got sports moron, Jay?
I was along with just like the first segment with Jimmy. It is Cal McNair, and once again, it's like
more drink.
It's like the NFL is treating the billionaires like what they are, and that is the top 1%, and that they're pretty much like untouchable. And I mean, it's inexcusable. If you think about it, even sports wide, it took a nationwide outcry to oust Sterling from the Clippers, and maybe that's what it's going to take in order for some change to happen.
Same thing's about to happen to the Suns owner, though, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they talking about forcing him to sell?
Yeah, but here's the thing about that. When it comes to and I get on the NBA for a lot of shit.
They have a lot less tolerance for racism.
I always say football's king, football's better, NFL's better than NBA, everything like that. But the way the NBA does things is so much better than the NFL. Like, if anything like this happened in the NBA,
part of it,
I'm
not saying it's right or wrong, but you have to think about the racial breakdown of the league in the NBA versus the NFL. Like, you can't, which smart on the NBA's part, like, you can't be pissing off 80, 85% of your workforce.
Right.
Yeah. But even still, they do it because they have so much money that they can tune the noise out. That's the sad reality of it. But it's going to take an outcry from everybody. That's why, fortunately, because you got to sit here and think, as bad as we may talk about the social media age nowadays, it actually has been a blessing, because if you notice, people can't be as racist nowadays as they have been back in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, and on back. Because nowadays that shit widespread. Sure, they still
come to light quick.
Whatnot, but back then you can openly call somebody a racist and whatnot. And they'd be like, "And so what? Screw you and your race," you know. But nowadays, people are scrambling once that gets out there because they know what social media does, you know. And so again, it's gonna take people to actually speak out and say, like, "Hey, man, like it's about time to hold these folks accountable." You know, sure, they're wealthy in their own teams, but it should not make them bulletproof. You know what I'm saying? They human beings just like everybody else. Well, who are they before the money? You know what I mean? Like, and they can't take the money with them, obviously, when they die. So everybody gonna get judged by the same creator. So you know, you can't be like that. But all in all, you know, yeah, that's my sports moron of the week. But I mean, again, it's no shock. It's Cal McNair. He can say whatever the hell he wants because of who he is. That's the sad reality.
Do you got one, Jordan? Cliff?
I do. The Penn State Nittany Lions.
I was just about to say on that.
9 overtimes, and you lose to Illinois. 9 overtimes.
Yeah.
I mean, every year I don't even pay attention to college football, but every year I tell you the Big Ten's overrated, just like basketball.
I paid attention to that. Fuck
Tom don't pay attention, but he's a Michigan State Spartan fan. Don't they have a big game this week?
They got a huge game this week.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Mine is probably the Penn State.
Probably the best game of the week, even.
James Franklin, them stupid ass questions in the presses. Y'all ain't see, and y'all ain't heard it. Go watch it.
Yeah, it's State's 8, Michigan 6. So both
even though I'm a Spartan fan, I'm secretly rooting for Michigan to get to Ohio State undefeated, just so they can lose by 50.
I don't have a Spartan.
I'm actually gonna throw one more out there. How about the goddamn NBA, the 75th team or whatever? You know, obviously leaving Klay Thompson off the list. I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, personally, I like Klay more than I like Paul Pierce. I think that he's a better player than Paul Pierce. I would rather have him on my team than Paul Pierce. So, honestly, there was a lot of plumbers and shit, like people from the 1920s and all this other bullshit they were putting on there. And I was just like, come on, man. Like, Klay, he's nice. He's a 3-time champ. He's a big part of, like, a lot of those titles that they did win and everything.
Much better defender.
So I'm like, yeah, just put Klay on there, man. What's up?
D. Aldridge responded to you and said, "Our coaching staff." That's one of his sports morons. So speaking on the coaching staff,
Nick Sirianni and Jonathan Gannon, the 2 worst coaches in the league, or the worst coaching duo in the league.
You got a sweet GM though.
Fuck you.
My only sports moron is that I wish they would have flexed in, like, and I know Cliff, I know you love 1:00 Sunday games. Don't get me wrong, like I do too. But I think they should have flexed Pittsburgh and Cleveland on Halloween night. That would have just been
dangerous.
Yeah, that would have been that much more.
We'll never play Pittsburgh never play Pittsburgh at night at home again for a while.
But aren't you guys are playing them at night? Oh, but it's in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh, we won't play them in Cleveland at night. They gonna make sure that they know how we get. They know it. They know.
They don't want that embarrassment on the national stage.
We gonna be acting a fool Sunday.
Man, they wilding out in C-Town. They ain't scheduled no more Pittsburgh at Cleveland at night. No more.
Yeah.
And this isn't a sports moron, so I'll just like, we'll James, are we segueing into the non-sports topic?
Yeah, unless you wanted to give a sports moron.
I don't have a sports moron this week.
All right, so who wants to take the non-sports segment?
Well, there's just one thing I want to say before we do that. I don't understand why I've been seeing so many Christmas promos already. Like, we haven't even had Halloween. We haven't even had Thanksgiving, and I am sick and tired of it already. Like, we are not there yet.
The 2 best holidays of the year, they can't get their just dues. Halloween and Thanksgiving. People are talking about fucking Christmas. It might as well be goddamn Christmas season the day after Labor Day, the way these motherfuckers want to act.
I'm telling you guys right now. This time when we have the show next week, we're gonna be talking about how all the neighbors and shit is already putting up Christmas trees, already putting up snowmans and blow up Santa Claus in the fucking front yard and shit. I promise
And
you, as soon as Halloween's over, they take all the shit down, they put all the Christmas shit out, and they start blasting, Holly Jolly Christmas, Jingle Bell Rock. Meet me under the Christmas tree.
There's a radio station in.
Wow,
Detroit.
they didn't even mention your song, Cliff. They didn't even mention your song. Cliff is a fan of that Mariah Carey. All I want.
Yeah.
Wow, don't be hating on Mariah.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Every year, Cliff is about it.
I hate all Christmas songs because I used to work at a Walmart and I hated it.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about the taunting rule?
Exactly.
I hate it. I'm gonna tell you a rule that was more out of hand. Roughing the passer. Roughing the passer had his hit.
Yeah, Passer's probably the worst in the league. Honestly,
that and pass interference. They really don't know what pass interference is.
No, the worst rule in the league has been a rule for as long as I've been alive, and then some. It's about the ball bouncing out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
That's the worst rule in the league.
That is the worst rule. What I think is the worst rule is illegal touching, where the wide receiver, you can literally get a touchdown and the defensive back literally can push you out of bounds, but you come back in bounds.
Yeah.
It's not a touchdown. Like, even if you don't initiate the contact or anything like that, you still don't, you still can't, it's still a flag. So I hate that fucking rule.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone got any other non-sports topics?
Christmas music?
What about let's talk about Thanksgiving. Since Halloween's already.
Favorite Thanksgiving food?
Yeah, let's do that.
I have one.
Good.
If it was any out of all the typical Thanksgiving food that's being served, and worst traditional Thanksgiving dish that you could just take off the table, worst one.
Green bean casserole.
I was gonna say. I got literally walking downstairs. Most overrated side. Green bean casserole.
I want to hit Jimmy real quick. What's wrong with green bean casserole, bro?
Green bean casserole. It's right there in the name.
It's not bad.
Bro, I don't want no green bean casserole.
This shit is not bad.
I hate green beans.
What was yours, Jay? Jay, what was yours?
I had to think about
that. I'm in the minority about this, but I'm not crazy about cranberry sauce.
Oh, that's why I was going to say.
That's one of my favorites.
Hey, that's why I was going to say.
Fuck with the shit in the can. That's the shape of the can, but some actual homemade cranberry sauce is legit. But that shit in the can with the slices.
Maybe that's what I'd tasted, but
that shit in the can with the slices. Okay.
With the ripples from the can.
That ocean spray.
Yeah.
That shit go crazy.
Where it come out the can and the mold got real.
Although I will say,
the mold got real.
Either a day or two after Thanksgiving, do yourself a solid. Thanksgiving leftover burrito. Turkey. You can even throw the cranberry sauce. Turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy, not the green bean casserole. Maybe even dip it in the cranberry sauce. But yeah, the Thanksgiving leftover burrito. Fire.
Put that on the list.
A little bit of cheese.
What's
I can put that all in the bowl and just.
To segue on this, after Thanksgiving, dessert wise, what's your favorite pie to have on Thanksgiving? Pumpkin, apple.
Easy.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Cheesecake.
All of them.
All of them.
I'll eat.
Sweet potato, pumpkin, apple, cheesecake.
Yeah.
All of them.
I like pecan even.
What about
pumpkin pie is fire?
It's pecan, sir. Depending on where you live.
No,
pecan.
So how do you guys make
trees around here?
How do you guys do your turkey? Because I always take mine to the grill, and I have a smoker. So I make smoked turkey.
Oh shoot!
Wow.
That shit
smoked turkey or deep fried is where it's at.
I usually like the dark meat on
is amazing.
The oven is played out.
Especially
the oven is just played out. That's what you want to. That's
some 1950s white people shit. We don't move beyond that.
Man, if you can get some Cajun, and like inject it in the turkey and then deep fry it,
ooh,
bomb.
That'd be crazy.
Bomb, dude. Yeah.
Y'all making me excited as shit.
Hey, no homo. White meat or dark meat on the turkey?
Dark meat.
White meat.
White? You don't like dark?
Dark. I like dark.
I don't fuck with that I don't fuck with that dark meat on there.
Nah.
Both, because the dark meat
I fuck
doesn't
with
really
it all,
need
to
dressing.
be honest, though. I love turkey.
Dark
How
meat
overrated
freaks me
is
the
dressing,
fuck
though?
out.
Like, tell me you eat stuffing any other time out the year. I mean,
No, I
honestly,
actually
stuffing's
do.
overrated.
I have.
I love
So you
stuffing.
I love
don't-
stuffing.
you
It's
don't
been
like
certain
stuffing?
Sundays I didn't see stuffing pop up, and it's been like not a holiday or nothing. So yeah, I done had stuffing on days that ain't Thanksgiving.
I love
I
stuffing.
like
never-
stuffing. I like stuffing, though.
Yeah, I fuck with stuffing.
I fuck with stuffing.
Man, that's my favorite part of Thanksgiving is the stuffing.
Yeah, the stuffing is. Whew,
Oh my god,
a bowl
this
of
guy.
that. A bowl of that.
D
itself
Aldridge
for me
out here
is
pretending like
good.
he's a Lions fan, talking about the refs have screwed us every week. Fuck out of here. But thanks for watching.
I mean, we got a bunch of touchdowns wiped off because of fucking dumbass penalties.
I feel the
and shit.
same way. We the most
Man,
penalized
I don't know.
team in
I
the
love
league.
cheesy potatoes on Thanksgiving when my family does it.
Yeah,
Yes.
fire.
Cheesy potatoes, in my mind, have replaced mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I love cheesy potatoes. My mom makes them so bomb too. So when I
Cheesy
visit her,
potatoes
I'm
are
about
fucking
cheesy
fire.
She throw chives on them Jones too.
yeah.
I'm
She
gonna
dresses
do
them
all that,
bitches
bro.
up.
Lit.
It's real
Lit.
nice.
Hey, clear out of space for your boy.
Yeah.
I love potatoes au gratin, man. I love potatoes.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, that shit's good.
What's the worst? Like, what's your guys' like worst memory of Thanksgiving? Like,
Oh, I don't
I
want to
just-
talk about this.
I just like you never like
Team-
the problem I have
team
is, like,
plays every year.
Dom about to bring up losing on Thanksgiving.
like your family
got
never
one.
talks to you,
Oh.
like they never like check in with you or anything like that. But like when you meet them up for Thanksgiving, it's all like people acting fake and shit. Like I'm like, bitch, I'm not gonna talk to you for another 365 days, and you over here acting like
Artificial pleasantries are not where it's at.
you're my
I
best
stopped
friend.
showing
and
up to
shit.
family
Right.
festivities, to be honest.
So did I.
It ain't my thing no more.
On Thanksgiving, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, one thing that annoys me is that like if I'm around a lot of like my girl relatives, like they won't even want to watch a lot of football, so they'll try and put on like the fucking
Oh, hell
puppy
no.
bowl, the puppy bowl
The
or
puppy
something.
bowl or
Hey,
lifetime.
I'm around women, right? So they
Nah,
do
it
that
wasn't,
every now and then. So I hate
He
when
said
that
the
happens.
turkey
'Cause-
fell on the ground.
I
Oh,
hate-
shit.
Oh,
Y'all took
man.
Hey, 5-second rule.
So there's
D,
been so many
5-second
times
Yeah,
I've had to
y'all
watch
better got
games
that
on my phone.
motherfucker
Plus,
up.
it's everything that still didn't touch the ground.
Exactly.
Right.
That
I'd have
turkey
threw it
was
back
like
in the oven for another
$56, man.
5
You better
minutes.
save that shit.
Put it back in the oven. Put it on 350. That shit would have killed all the germs.
Right.
Oh yeah. So you know what?
Plus, a little floor
Throw that
spice
bitch back
makes
in the
everything
oven,
nice.
He'd kill it. And he'd kill it, man.
I know a Christmas story that went really
I
bad.
can-
for, like,
I can
my aunt.
remember
and uncle.
Thanksgiving of 04. I definitely ate fucking Stouffer's fucking lasagna, and the Lions lost to the Colts like 55-10. That might have been my worst one.
That's why
When I was in
Florida.
I knew there was going to be a Lions mention in there.
I had a feeling.
Daddy's stuff.
We also lost to the Texans one time on Thanksgiving. Justin Forsett pretty much got tackled. Then they let him get back up and run 70 more yards for a touchdown. We also lost that game.
My favorite Thanksgiving. My favorite Thanksgiving was when. My favorite Thanksgiving was when Mark Sanchez lit up the Cowboys.
Yep. I
Like,
remember that one. I think I was hey, what year was that? I think was that 13 or
that was like 13 or 14 or something.
okay.
What year?
Okay,
What year was it? What year was it, Tom? I just want to know.
2004.
Oh, the worst one was definitely.
I was living in
Joseph brought it
Florida.
up. He brought it up. He said like the year that the Lions beat us like 45-10 on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that was fire. That was my first year.
Mm.
That was the first year of our casino tradition because, like, me and my family because my mom's like, fuck this. I'm not cooking for 3 or 4 people. So we started going to this shitty bar in Hamtramck where you can smoke, and then we go to the casino for the buffet. And the first year we went, we actually didn't go to that shitty bar in Hamtramck. We went to one of the bars inside the casino, and we absolutely bent over and jail sexed the Eagles.
I'm happy I ain't played on Thanksgiving. Thank God.
Bro, I'm happy I've never had
They really have
Stouffer's
to start rotating
lasagna.
that game out.
That was
that's
Chip
how,
Kelly's
that's
last
how they
year.
get the Fords to sell. Take away the Thanksgiving game. I'm okay with it. I'm tired of getting embarrassed on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm like, why the fuck do you guys always play on Thanksgiving?
Because we have since God was a child.
Yeah, it's that tradition.
Hey, Dom,
We used to be really good on Thanksgiving till like 20
Yeah,
years
they
ago.
always play at 12 o'clock. You guys notice that? They always have the first game on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
12:30,
you know
but yeah.
Dallas
Because
ain't
everyone
never
knows
playing
nobody
at
gives a
noon
fuck and they
first.
don't want to watch the Lions. No
Hey,
offense.
Dallas
Dom,
Dallas
if that's the case,
themselves will
then
never
don't check
play
out-
before.
Don't check out NFL Throwback on
Nah, they put
YouTube
the Cowboys on all the time around
because
dinner time.
the Patriots-Lions Thanksgiving game pops up.
Bro, this is a perfect
I
topic.
remember.
Like the best. What are like some of the top memories you guys have from like Thanksgiving? Like, don't you guys remember when RG3 like his rookie year when he was actually good? Like this fucking guy
he lit up
torched
Dallas that
the
day.
Cowboys. He fucking
Yeah, he
torched
torched
their
I
them.
ass.
called that man's whole career from draft day until like 4 years later. I said, if this dude doesn't stop running around like that and learn how to step out of bounds, he's going to get a near career-ending injury and then either be out of the league or a career backup. And here we
Yeah.
are.
Exactly what he was. But
Then
this
Healthy
year,
played in that
he fucking
Lamar
terrible
Jackson's what
FedEx
RG&E
field.
was supposed to be.
he
I think I
was
said that
throwing
last week.
like he was throwing bombs to Pierre Garçon.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
who
that kid was-
RG3 was. The last year of EA college football that I played, me and my buddy would always run Dynasty, and we'd take like a second-tier team from a major conference, or we'd take like a directional school from Michigan and try to get the invite to the Big Ten, which never happened. But we took Baylor, and we were just killing everyone immediately, and we knew the numbers and the names and shit were right. My boy's like, who is this dude? I'm like, his name's Robert Griffin, and apparently he has the same name as his father and his grandfather, and that's like when the legend was born. He won the Heisman that year.
Yeah.
Dude, we're
He was
talking,
a video game that year.
hey, we're
Then
talking
Mike Shanahan
football,
fucking ruined him.
and we're talking
Speaking of
football and
racist.
Thanksgiving and all these memories, dude, man. I can remember, I think I was probably about 10 or 11 years old. We were in my
You
grandmother's
can't remember
living room
back
on
that far.
Thanksgiving. And I remember back further than that. but no, we were in my grandmother's living room and we saw the Leon Lett game. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
That was on Thanksgiving.
No one.
Yes. Yes, Marino and the Dolphins
BB.
stole one.
Yeah.
like they blocked that field goal and most of
Wow,
our
you
family
took
are,
it
like,
way
Cowboys
back,
fans.
but I remember that.
Yeah, and see, and like most of the people in the house were Cowboys fans, and like
Good,
when
fuck
they blocked
them.
that field goal, they like the whole living room erupted, and then like you saw Jerry Jones on the sideline, and then I remember pointing at the screen like, "What the hell is Leon Lett doing?" And he literally tried to recover it, and it rolled out of bounds, and the ref was like, "Yeah, Dolphins get a re-kick," and Pete Stoyanovich nails the walk-off to win the game. I was like.
Hold up, because I got another one that I just thought of.
That's a Cowboy loss.
In 1998, when Minnesota played Dallas,
Oh.
when Randall
The
Cunningham was
Randy
their
Moss
quarterback,
game?
I remember that.
That's the
threw-
15-1 Vikings team.
Yes.
he threw Randall threw 3 touchdowns of over 50 yards. I think Randy had 2 of them, and Chris Carter had like another one.
Well, that was just the prelude to the Dante Culpepper. Take the 11-step drop, close your eyes, and sling it because you know
Just
Randy's
touch
coming
it.
down with it.
Randy Moss.
Or there was the one that was a blowout in 2004. I just remembered about when Peyton Manning threw 6 touchdowns against the Lions and beat them 41-9.
41-9. Is that better or worse than 55-10? I remember it. Me and my Stouffer's lasagna and my tears.
Stouffer's lasagna.
Oh, and how
it
can
sounded
we
like my-
forget the emphasis? How can we forget the infamous game of all Thanksgiving games?
I know
Oh, the
I know
Steelers
what-
Lions.
Jets,
I
the
know what I'm
fucking
getting-
ass fumble. where Sanchez walked to do his own.
Oh, that
line.
one, yeah.
That wasn't
I was gonna
Thanksgiving.
say
I thought someone was about to say Tony Romo's game, and I was like, all right, we're done with the show.
Yeah.
We're done with the show. We don't need to talk about Tony Romo's 5 for fucking 5 touchdown game or whatever that was.
Oh, damn.
Forgot what year it was.
Man, I know what I'm mailing Dom for Christmas. A food stamp for Stouffer's lasagna.
I will cash that shit in.
Bro, that was so funny to me because I didn't
another
expect
opportunity for
that. He literally painted the picture. He was like, "Yeah, it was just me watching the Detroit, watching the Lions."
I made you feel like you were there, right?
Yeah.
I'm an orator of massive proportions.
Yo, I'm sorry, Dom. That's a lonely ass meal, bro. That's lonely. Like nothing says.
But that's the thing, though. It's not just the lasagna. It's not. It's the whole picture.
Dude, nothing says I just divorced my wife. Like Stouffer's lasagna on Thanksgiving. On a TV smaller than the computer monitor I'm looking at. Yeah. Sitting on top of a tote with rabbit ears. Hey, sitting on the floor because she got the house.
Yeah. Dom's eating it out of a Cool Whip.
You're on the floor with some like 1 bedroom or whatever.
With a spork.
Dom's eating it out of a Cool Whip bowl. He ain't eating it out of
with a spork.
Plastic fork.
And like the what do you call it? Like the Coney, like the to-go fucking salt and pepper fucking like little packets.
Damn, that's depressing, bro. That shit's sad.
Dom, you're a strong man for that.
Hey, I appreciate this non-sports topic. We got to learn about Dom and his
if it makes you feel any better, if it makes you feel any better, one year for Thanksgiving I had like a DiGiorno frozen pizza.
Rather that than lasagna. I bet yours was heated through all the way. Instead, I've just got like the molten cheese on the top, and then the middle's like there's still icicles.
Cliff has been on this show. What were you gonna say,
Jordan? Where your Thanksgiving memory at, man?
The only one I can remember is us beating the fucking Ravens.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
Honestly.
Listen, all of them that involve them cheesy potatoes. I'm telling you, I'll take a picture this year for you.
Oh man, dude, freeze dried.
If they're the ones I think you're talking about, bro, them joints is fire.
Yeah, they're fire, bro. Trust me.
Put that joint in like a gorilla case with like some dry ice and just melt it to you, boy, man. I'll heat it up.
I have another one that might actually be worse that I'm not quite shameful enough to not admit.
I'll even write my mom's name on it.
Jordan and Jay probably know some of the backstory. The one Thanksgiving my mom actually cooked, this was like, it had to have been 2 years ago, maybe 3. It was when I bought that plane ticket to Idaho and told Corey, and then she's like, I'm not ready for this.
Oh.
That was a bad thing to me. And we lost to the Bears and Chase Daniel, but I already saw that coming. Because we couldn't beat Mitch Trubisky. I'm like, we can't beat Chase Daniel either.
I was gonna say, I'll have my mom even write her name for you, Jay. To Jay, cheesy potatoes.
Here we
go. From Brenda. That's Jordan's mom's name too.
MVP.
If she got a name like Brenda. If she got a name like Brenda,
thank you letter, man.
if she got a name like Brenda, that's how you know she can cook.
Facts.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
Or Deborah or
facts.
some shit like that.
She got a low-key black name, Brenda Ingram.
Yeah. Or now it's Brenda Weaver. She's remarried, but it's still kind of
Weaver. It's just bad.
It's still kind of black. She went from Ingram to Weaver, so it wasn't too much of a
My friend,
she sounds like she's playing the WNBA.
His first name is Weaver. Tell me why
her initials are BMW now.
Oh shit, that's tough.
That's legit.
Oh yeah.
And that name sounds like WNBA got written all over it. Brenda Weaver with the slam.
Brenda Weaver throws it down with authority.
What's
Mama,
your mom's
there goes
name,
that
Jack?
man.
Bessie.
Mama, there goes that man.
Betsy.
I mean, woman.
Bessie Marie. Yeah.
Bessie?
Yeah, Bessie. She's a baby boomer. So, the name fits for the time period.
Cliff's mom's name is Tracy. I already know that.
Tracy.
I know too from that time you tagged her ass on Facebook.
What about your mom, Dom?
Carol.
Sure, let's just go around, I guess, right?
Carol.
That's hella baby boomer. Tell me you met anyone named Carol under the age of 70.
I do know Carol.
Caroline. I know Caroline.
I know Caroline.
I have a friend named Cara Hula, who's really cool, actually.
Jordan, what's your mom's name?
Brenda.
We just went over this.
Brenda.
James, what about you?
Melinda.
Melinda?
Brenda and Melinda.
Melinda
And
Tatum.
That's not her name. She's not a Tatum. She never my parents never got married. Plus, yeah, she got remarried anyway. She's been divorced like 6 times.
Oh,
you got a Zaza mom too? My mom's on spin number 3 in the Wheel of Matrimony as well.
I mean, my mom's she's kind of trash, but like that's another story. I won't get into all that. But
well, we can end the show, spaghetti sandwich, James and Detroit.
All right, does anybody? Yeah. Okay. So, does anybody want to shout out anything before we get off?
Well, you can find me on the NBA Carousel. It is back. Talking about Megan Price on Mondays. I'm on there.
Price is right, baby.
Dom, you coming on there, aren't you?
Yeah, next week.
Okay.
Hopefully.
What time is the show, bro?
8 o'clock Monday.
8:15 ish.
8:15 Eastern Standard Time. That's also JB Ellis. He's the one over with Sideline Sports. He's one over NBA Carousel. Real good dude. JB Godfather. Shout him out and everything. Then you can also catch me right here on the Sports Gauntlet every Tuesday. We're starting up at 10 p.m. Eastern and everything. So all your favorites, we're all gonna be right here. Also, you can catch me on Roku as an online journalist and a live commentator. I'm gonna have a live commentary coming up there shortly in about another week and a half, something like that. Also, be sure and check out the Sip Off on Thursday nights. That's at 8 p.m. Is it 8 or 8:30?
They're drunk. Closer to 8:30.
It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so about close to the 8:30.
8:30, but they never start on time because all those black people.
Yeah.
The altar said, would y'all rather be a Falcons fan or a Lions fan?
Answer is neither. D, none of the above.
Jesus, I don't know. Neither,
I probably wouldn't like football that much. I would probably
it's
like
you want to
basketball.
stab yourself, you want to shoot yourself, but
is shooting myself an option?
Shooting myself. Are we talking fatal wound?
Yeah.
So my shout outs, I'll do my shout outs real quick. Monday, I'm on the NBA Carousel as well with J-Dog and Dom. I cover the Bulls on there. Tuesdays here on the Sports Gauntlet. Is it the Sports Gauntlet or the Gauntlet?
Just the Gauntlet, bro. It used to be a Sports Gauntlet, but
then
that's the group.
Then I've been having my name all wrong in my Twitter bio. I need to get rid of the sports. But yeah, you can catch me here on the Gauntlet on Tuesday nights. Tomorrow I'm going to break down the UFC 267 card that's on Saturday with my friend Cody. So we're going to do it on my Cage Ragers page. So if you guys are
check that shit out, man.
Yeah, it'll be it's going to be a really nice card. So I'm excited to do it. And then the Sip Off, I probably won't be on this week because it's the Packers game, but it's on Thursday nights, hosted by Megan Price, Anthony Brown, Jahan Phillips, and then Fridays you can catch me on the NFL Carousel, hosted by Eric Wilson.
Shout out Ant-Man and Hondini.
Yep.
Jahani drama.
Go ahead.
He hates
Dom.
that, but I'm gonna make it stick.
Go ahead, Dom.
Let's see. All the things y'all mentioned, NBA Carousel, NFL Carousel, the specifics of that were all mentioned. The Sports Gauntlet, obviously, we know that's right here, right now, 10 p.m.
The Gauntlet.
Gauntlet, bro.
Where's my pen? Let me cross out sports because I have that too.
We don't talk about sports on here. We only talk about childish bullshit.
Cereal and such, Halloween candy. And then the only one, it's been a rough night. We are lasagna. Stouffer's lasagna and blowout losses on Thanksgiving. Living the life
someone
of
someone change his name in the chat to
Stouffer's lasagna.
Stouffer's lasagna.
I'm cool with it. It's way better when someone else gives you your nickname because it's always way more fitting and funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, on Fridays at 7, I do the We Are Lions Nation podcast. It's we usually talk about like
really good with Stouffer's lasagna. All right, I'm done.
The Stouffer's lasagna podcast.
The We Are
Lions Nation podcast, Fridays at 7 on YouTube, hosted by the Soul Man, Stat Man, Smoking Jeremy B, and myself. We do a handful of Lions topics, and then it's like a pick'em mashup. These dudes actually get on, like they do that one. They do a post-game reaction. I was on that one a couple nights ago. They do a pre-game one. They do another one in the middle. They do another one in the middle of the week where like cussing is greatly encouraged. That's my favorite one. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Cliff, you got anything? Jordan, you got anything? Or you guys
I think I just heard my lasagna going off in the microwave.
I was just gonna say shout out to you guys for having me on again.
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
We appreciate you coming on, bro.
Man, you should.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming on.
You should try to come on here anytime you can.
It's cool. It's just, it's cool having guests on
within
whenever.
my schedule, so yeah, I could hop on every week if you could have me.
It's especially cool when we have regular panel members that are rivals like that. That's always a cool segment.
Oh yeah, and I want to say shout out to you guys.
Fuck the Browns.
I am excited. I am excited to watch your guys' game on Sunday. Because of it, because it's fun when we have two friends that are going against each other that are division rivals.
I can't wait to see.
We aren't friends this week, sir.
The Browns or the Steelers play the Ravens, so you guys can just argue with Joseph.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah,
you know that.
Looking forward to it.
I still can't believe I bet Dom on the Packers and the Cardinals, and he picked the Packers. But
yeah, that's wild.
I'm just trying to do shots on Facebook Live and get banned, and then not know why. I want to know.
Gonna go live if you are banned. How are you gonna do it?
I can't even do it. I'm banned. I'm banned on my page. I'm banned from live. I've banned from like everything. And
funny for me.
I want to know who I can appeal my decision to.
I'm banned from going live, and if I watch a live, it tells me I can't go live. I'm just like,
same.
Watch.
God.
It's the only time I've ever seen has been sponsored by Lud Terrain Watches, James Tatum, and Stouffer's Lasagna. Thanks, y'all.
We're gonna get the next sponsorship from Stouffer's.
We got to. We got to.
I'm gonna make some phone calls.
You got to.
We got to call Stouffer's up, bro. We got to bring it.
That macaroni and beef do hit. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro,
that beef is fire though.
That macaroni and beef is crazy.
It takes like 12 minutes in the microwave, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's why then another like 8 for it to cool down, so you're not eating fucking molten macaroni and beef.
If I ever bring a big ass thing of mac and cheese to the cookout, just know I put that shit in the oven for a little bit.
Good.
Got that shit out of a red box.
Because we don't need that Kraft bullshit. You know what I'm
saying? Not that crab shit. I'd rather you bring those out mac and cheese at least. At least make sure the corners got a little brown on it.
Right. If it ain't back in the oven, we don't want it.
Yeah, fuck that, man. All right, but great show tonight, guys, and we'll see you guys all here next week. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys. All right.